You say that all whites are racist. You say that all whites are racist. You say that all whites are racist. Can you expound on that, please?
Any white person who was born, raised, and schooled in the United States of America, if you aren't a racist, you're a miracle. Either that or you decided to educate yourself. Because education in this country is about white is right, brown's all right, black's got to stand back. Yellow's mellow, but whites, we educate in a way that says that white males have done all the adventures, have made all the adventures, have done all the discovering, have made all, and everything that is good and has been accomplished according to social studies, which is actually anti-social studies, by white males. It's a lie. But we do that in order to maintain the myth of white superiority. The myth of race has to be maintained at all costs in this country. Because if white people have to give up the color of their skin as being something that makes them perfect, what do they have left? If we start teaching the truth about history, if we start teaching about Nile Valley contributions to civilization, it will totally change the way we conduct ourselves in the classroom. White people created racism. Anything you create, you can destroy. God created human beings, the human race, and they started out black women. White people created racism. Human beings created racism. It's time to get over it.
So, if all white people are racist, according to you, can they be reprogrammed?
Of course they can. Of course they can. Of course they can be. It's called education. I'm an educator. The word educator comes from the root duc, which means lead, the prefix e, which means out, the suffix ate, which means the act of, and the suffix or, which means one who does. An educator is one who is engaged in the act of leading people out of ignorance. Now, I know you can change them. The second year I did the blue-eyed, brown-eyed exercise in my classroom, it was filmed by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. They gave me a copy of that film. I showed it to my father. My father was about 59 years old at the time. He's been a farmer all his life. He raised six kids, lost one. Raised six. Watched that film as a 59-year-old man. When it was over, he stood up, and with tears in his eyes, he took his red handkerchief out of the back pocket of his overalls, his bib overalls, and said, "I wish somebody had taught me that when I was 9 years old." Nobody had dare say to me, "This doesn't work. This is too harsh. This isn't necessary. You can't teach an old dog new tricks because they're wrong." You can teach an old dog new tricks. You can teach people to give up the myth of racism. Somebody taught the Greeks to give up the myth that the sun was a god in a golden chariot that went across the sky every morning. They believed that for hundreds of years. We have believed the myth of 3 or 4 races, different races in this country, for long enough. 572 years or something like that is enough of that. It was a lie to begin with, and it's a lie. Oh yeah, in 30 years, white people will have found out that they have no choice but to get along with those who are different from themselves. I'm not willing. I'd love to wait, but I can't. At my age, I'm not going to be here in 30 years. But we could change this situation if we chose to. You want to talk about forgiveness? You want to talk about changing this thing? I cannot understand how Japanese people can stand the sight of any of us, and yet they do. I cannot understand why black people who have been subjected to the ugliness that they've been subjected to in this country can get up every morning and go to work among us and not be absolutely furious. And I don't understand why we allow white people to behave the way they do. I don't understand that. We have got to stop tolerating the intolerable. If it's intolerable for my black cousins, and every black person on this earth is one of my cousins, if it's intolerable for them, it's intolerable for me. I will not tolerate it. I will not tolerate it. That is not that. I am required not to tolerate that kind of treatment for the people who are related to me. And that's every person on the face of the earth. If your ignorance is such that you'll mistreat somebody because of your ignorance about the color of their skin, don't do it around me. Number one, I've been threatened with death lots of times. Now I say, go for it, fool. My husband died 4 years ago. Being with him would not be a bad thing for me. Death is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Living a worthless, useless life is much worse than dying.
Guys, I'm the boy. Welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. Remember, if it was for the first time you're coming across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you so much for coming back and viewing my clips. May God bless you wherever you are. Guys, in today's clip is all about the United States activist. She has really came out and said that white people are the one who started racist. I would just want you to watch this clip kindly till the end, and then you come back for more discussion.
For people who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a third grade teacher in a country school in Riceville, Iowa, and I am here at the NAACP speaking because the day after Martin Luther King Jr. was killed by a society that hated him because he was going to change the economic situation in this country, I did an exercise in discrimination with my third grade classroom to let my little third graders, all white, all Christian children, find out how it feels to be something other than white in the United States of America. I split them according to the color of their eyes and treated those who had their own color eyes for the day the way we have traditionally treated blacks, Native Americans, Asians, all those Jews, all those who are different in appearance or in religion. And we learned more that day than I wanted to know.
What did that study show you?
Oh, it showed me a lot of things. Number one, it showed me that racism is a learned response. Nobody's born a bigot. You have to teach bigotry, and that's what we do in this country. I found out how it feels to be on the receiving end of racism because I'm blue-eyed, and the brown-eyed children were on the top in that first day. And I found out how it feels to be treated badly by people over whom you have power because of having the wrong color eyes. I found out how it feels to be subjected to unbelievable and unreal discrimination because of a physical characteristic over which I had no control. I thought I knew about racism. I thought I knew about child psychology. I knew nothing. All I knew was what I had learned in school. And what I had learned in school was not education. What I got in school wasn't education. It was indoctrination. I was taught how to be a good American citizen. And in this country, we think that the only Americans are the ones who live in the contiguous 48 states of the United States. Americans are everybody from the very north tip of Canada to the very southern tip of South America. But we, in our arrogance, say that we are the only Americans. If you're really going to keep this America to Americans, we don't dare build a wall on the southern border of the United States because those people, those brown-skinned people that are going to come across that border are Americans. Now, we'd better choose our language or choose our behaviors. Let me tell you something. It wasn't a study, and it wasn't an experiment. I don't experiment with children without their knowledge or their permission. It was experiential education. It was giving a child an experience for the purpose of changing their brain. And that's exactly what it does every time I do it.
Now, you conducted the same study, not study.
Exercise.
Exercise with adults.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And is it any different between the children and the adults?
Adults get more violent. I've been hit several times by white males, angry white males. I've had a knife pulled on me. They ran me out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania at midnight one night. 3 carloads of blacks did to get me out of town because the teachers that I put through the exercise in a very limited way were so angry that they called the superintendent in the afternoon and said, if you don't get that bitch out of town, we're going to kill her. So they got me out of town. First time I've been scared. And the last time I've been scared. Because I found out that day that they could kill me, but they couldn't kill the idea. Victor Hugo said, no force on earth can stop an idea whose time has come. The idea of one race, the human race, is an idea whose time has come. We are not going to be able to stop it no matter what they do. They can elect Trump after Trump after Trump, and that will not stop the idea that there's only one race on the face of the earth. It's the human race, and we are all members of it. You and I are cousins. Now, if you don't like being my cousin, that's too bad for you. But we are all in the same family. We are members of the family of man.
You say that all whites are racist. Can you expound on that, please?
Any white person who was born, raised, and schooled in the United States of America, if you aren't a racist, you're a miracle. Either that or you decided to educate yourself. Because education in this country is about white is right, brown's all right, black's got to stand back. Yellow's mellow, but...
Good evening, everybody. This is Late Night Live, the DCN Smoke. I have had a busy day. Let me go back. That was a clip on YouTube. Stop bullying Black Americans. Caribbean and Africa fearless act. I can't think of what the lady's name is that was speaking. I'm share her stuff many a times. But anyway, a clip off of YouTube. But I want to get right into tonight. Don't want to be long. I say that, but I never know how I move when I get to talking. But I have had a busy day. Started out early this morning. Took my trash off to the landfill. Went to the car wash. Cleaned up that car. Came back, got the other car. Ran it through the car wash. Went to Dorch's to get my dad some food for next week. Get his breakfast already cooked for the week and a couple days. Went by Dewey Rivers Red Man funeral. I didn't stay the whole time. Stayed for a little while talking to folks after the funeral had started. Came back home, picked up my wife. Stopped in Greenville, picked up my son. Went to New Bern to see my mother-in-law who turned 84 on today. Went and had food with her and come back to Greenville. Got my son off and now and then stopped to one of my places, the house that my dad lived in, we live in, and the other house where me and my wife live in. I'm between both houses. So I am home now and I got the time. While I was out on the road, I got a text about Tim Barnes, the true Rocky Mountain, and he wants some more smoke. I just don't understand. Well, yeah, I do. Because he was just an ignorant ass, grown ass man. But let me give you a little history on Tim Barnes before I get into the text that I received. Now, some years ago, Tim Barnes' mom worked at Honeywell with me, so I remember him. I think I went by his house one time to let him check out my car. He worked on cars at the house. This has been years and years and years and years ago. So when he came online, the True Rocky Mountain, and I said, I know you, I know your mom, not him, but anyway, homeboy came on, and then he talked about he was a Republican, and I said, no, you're a Democrat. You're on the Board of Election web page. So we went at it. So then he said, I'm switching over. I switched over. So he did switch over to Republican. So he's now Republican unless he don't switch back over again. I ain't checked lately. But we had it out. He came for me and Andre and Ruben, and so he unfriended us. Well, blocked us, me anyway. So then some years later, he came back on the scene. And like I said, I have no permanent friends, no permanent enemies, only permanent interests. And so he was doing a live. I was doing a live. So this is how I operate. I use that food to get on his platform. So we had a show together. He came on one night. I came on one night. We did it like twice a week. But I was using his ass. Because I didn't trust him. Anybody go back and forth like that, I have nothing for him. But I talked to him. So we was doing a live and together, me, him, and his wife. But when I told him one night that came on out and told him that he just act a damn fool, ain't nobody gonna vote for him because he told me he was gonna run for Ward 3 against Richard Joyner, putting out all kinds of ignorant information. And I was telling him, that ain't gonna work like that. So I don't know why he would think that I would support him over a Democrat anyway. But that night on one of the shows, and I told him that he was just a fool and that nobody gonna vote for him. So he and his wife both got pissed off with me, fine with me. So then he blocked me. But before then, he had went off on Teresa Austin Stokes about a post, and I didn't ever get the real both sides of the story at the moment at that time. But I couldn't get the two together, so I don't know which one is tell the truth, which one is not, or why Teresa had any reason not to tell the truth. But anyway, so he blocked me. No, well, not that time. Well, he did about that. But let me back up. Since he talked about let me get to the letter real quick. His post on Facebook. He talked about, and I'm gonna let's see where is it at. Let me see. I'm gonna start at the bottom. The True Rocky Mountain finds my behavior strange because last year, when Bronson Williams threatened Mr. Smoke during a city council meeting, Mr. Smoke got upset at the Rocky Mount Police Department for not stepping in between Mr. Williams and Mr. Smoke, leading up to Mr. Smoke filing charges against Mr. Williams, which was ultimately dismissed. Funny as hell. This dude is double-minded. He supported me on that. He was at the meeting. He supported me on that. He was supposed that came to the courtroom. I think I forgot what happened. He called me, but he didn't make it there. He was running late or something. But anyway, he supposed that came to the courtroom, but he didn't make it. But he did a post about it, just like he did, like he got right here. And you got to go to his page and see how he come up with these memes. Be funny as hell to me. That's what I liked about him, because I love the kind of stupid mess he did. That was better to show that he could not represent Democrats on the city council. But anyway, he did some posts about Bronson, how he did me. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of history on that. One night in the council meeting, I got up to the podium, addressed the council. Bronson Williams came, addressed the council, and then he called my name and said he was going to get with me afterwards. So after the meeting was over, he came over in my face, him, his mom, and his dad. I don't fight. I'm not a violent person. So I did, I let the law take its actions. So yeah, I went and talked to the chief. He was full of shit. Got it recorded. The conversation I had with him, they gave me a runaround about a police report and all that kind of stuff. I went to I had to go to Nashville. Thought I had to go to Nashville to file a report, and found out I didn't have to go to Nashville. I could have went to Tarboro. But I never got the police report. Then when he did give me a police report, they had the wrong stuff on it and all that kind of stuff. So we went to court, and yes, it got dismissed. After we both got on the stand, Andre Knight came down and got on the stand as well. But anyway, this dude, Tim Barnes, who always starts his post out that the True Rocky Mountain contacted Tim Barnes, which is the same damn person. Anybody that talked to the damn self got issues anyway. But anyway, that was how it goes. See, I love it when folk come for me and they put out one side of the story. Tell the whole damn story. It's documented. I got the video right here now. I mean, the video of the council meeting tell the story about what happened that night, and then he know the story, but now he gonna tell it like he wants to. But this made the second time he done come for me about Democratic Party stuff. He had Dr. Canova and Alfreda Garrett over at his place, taking pictures with him beside his truck where he had up there him for Ward 3. I think Alfreda had only done some work to her vehicle. But anyway, this made the second time he done got into some Democratic Party stuff. He's a damn Republican. But because he's out to get me and he cannot do it, and I would not give him the opportunity to do it, so he got to try to find something. So again, obviously he ain't keeping up because, like I said, I have no permanent friends, no permanent enemies, only permanent interests. And obviously he don't know that me and Bronson talk. But anyway, now when I say I have no permanent friends, no permanent enemies, only permanent interests, now this one brother, Tim Barnes, the True Rocky Mount, we can never get back to we won't never anywhere anyway, but I would never deal with this dude. Matter of fact, before he unblocked me, I had sent him a message trying to get him to check out my vehicle, and he never did. He was supposed to, and I went to lunch one day and my vehicle put me down. I called him that day and left a message. He still didn't return my call. So then, shortly after that, that's when he posted some more foolish mess and then blocked me. But anyway, getting back to his post today, and let me go back and start at the beginning. And I love it when folk come for me and put stuff out. So see, I respond to what folks say. So now he gave me an opportunity to go back and talk about it again. See, I used to start some conversations, but I found out sometimes you have to let other folks start it and then you respond. So here we go. The True Rocky Mount, Tim Barnes. Camilla's Bush Nancy threatens Alfredo Perkins over a humiliating loss for Democratic chair. After a humiliating loss and what we call in the street a beatdown, Alfreda Perkins won and retains her position as Edgecombe County Democratic Party chair, but someone wasn't happy with that outcome. Ignorant. I knew it had been playing how Alfreda and crew and gang had staged this convention. Folk had asked me, was I going to run? I tell them, no, I was not going to run if somebody put their name out there that I could support. Only two names I had heard was Alfreda and Natlin O'Ree. And I could not support either. And I had told Natlin O'Ree I could not support her. And Alfreda already ought to have known that I was not going to support her. So that was nothing new. As far as me losing, I didn't want the damn seat. I gave folks options. Like I said, I recorded the meeting. And I have played it. So just because you gave the numbers, hell, you probably got it from my recording. I know you did. So it ain't like you put it out there. Hell, I put it out there. I ain't lost no sleep. I don't want to be the county chair. And I have made that clear many times, but folks said you need to do it because you know the party. I gave folk an option. Like I said, I nominated myself. The person, Jean Woon Giles, they had her during the election part. Nobody had voted on her during the election part. And so she was reading other folks' stuff. So I asked her to read my stuff. Oh, she couldn't do it. The chest, oh no, she can't do it because these folks took their name. Bunch of BS. Bunch of bullshit. Yes. And who starts from the bottom up in an election? At the bottom, you start at the top and go down. That's what was done at the state election in Wilson back in February. So yes, you have to be in the process in order to speak to the process. So that's what I did. And so it's up to ignorant Negroes if they want to go along with the ignorance that is going on in the Democratic Party. That's up to them. I have no control over how they receive me educating them. I have no problem with it. I do not want to be the county chair. I would be, but I don't want to be, because when you're the county chair, you are not supposed to support one candidate over another. That's why I took on the first vice chair under her leadership in order to help her after Deborah Jordan and another person had recruited her, and I said I would support her and guide her through the process. But once I found out that she was not going to work with me on educating her about the party, then it was time for me to go. Simply because I was not going to spend 2 years on the as a county officer, one of the 6 officers, dealing with foolishness. I just wasn't going to do it. So getting back to the election. Do you think I give a damn about those numbers? Not one bit, dude. He say that after, okay, he said 4 votes came Camillus as his position as a precinct chair, which 3 of those votes came from Camillus himself and his position as precinct chair. Right. I voted for myself, 3 votes, and I forgot what precinct it is, but Martha Johnson gave me another vote. And so what that did, see, it lets me know where the rest of the party stand as far as they Natalie O'Ree and had and Frida had campaigned. I hadn't campaigned to nobody. But it lets me know because, like I said in my live, that when the precinct chairs didn't give me not one vote other than, delegates other than Martha, then it goes to show you where they stand. But that's fine. So I have no problem with that. But that lets you know where people stand. So I know how the political process works. But I ain't mad with nobody. Because some of the same folk that voted for her is some of the same folk that have talked to me about her. So that's fine. I have no problem with that. Okay. He said, after the defeat, Camillus went to social media to vent, but he may have taken it a little too far. In a post he made 6 days ago, his exact words were, "Final warning. Edgecombe County Democratic Party Chair Frida Perkins, you got one more time to disrespect me in a Democratic Party meeting, and you're going to see a side of me you have not seen. You don't want this smoke." But then he cut off. Why in the hell he didn't leave the... why you going to put Dito marks and... why you didn't repost the whole thing? But that's how you do. Because that's how you have been doing in the past. Why you didn't put what I actually said? Oh, because you want to paint a picture. Well, bro, you're going to get this smoke. He said, but the threats did not stop there. Mr. Smoke went on Facebook Live and continued his threats. But threats did not stop there. Mr. Smoke on Facebook Live continued his threats, but also included Deborah Jordan. That was not a threat to Deborah Jordan either. I don't make threats. I just responded to what they said. Why you didn't post my response to Deborah Jordan? Again, because you want to paint a picture. See, I post. I say what I mean. I mean what I say. It's documented. So I responded to Deborah Jordan because she said the meeting had been carried out properly. She gave Gene Woon Giles kudos for doing a good job. and all that kind of bullshit. So I responded to it, and simply because folk do subliminal messages, because I had stated that it was not carried out right. I stated several times during the meeting. I stated on my lives, and yesterday, Deborah Du Jordan called me. You know, seen everything else. You seen that on Facebook. And I responded to her call, the voice message she left on my voicemail. I respond to what folks say. Prove me wrong. I don't make no threats. My point was, and I stated it, that I would not be in another meeting and allow folk to do what they did the past 2 years. I will stand up and call the meeting out of order or whatever it is when I see the meetings are not going right. So folk talk to me about it. They don't. They know things ain't right, but see, I ain't that scared Negro like some folk is. I'll say what I need to say, but I just sit back for 2 years because I wanted to let them see how the Democratic Party in Edgecombe County has gone lower than low. It was low when she took over, but it has gone lower. So Tim Barnes, the True Rocky Mount, and the crew, the gang. I don't make threats, but I do make promises. And you would have seen on Thursday night, if you had not counseled the meeting, how if you didn't carry it out right, you gonna see that side. That is the side I'm talking about that you ain't seen. Tim Barnes seen that side. Tim Barnes, the True Rocky Mount, seen that side. Him and his wife both, they seen that side. Cause that night when I told them that he was not gonna win Ward 3 because he act like a damn fool on his live. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's trying to use Andre Knight, Ruben, and myself to get his name out there, like as if we were gonna support him. No, fool, I was using you to get my stuff out there. Because you were very damn irrelevant to me. You were used, bro. You didn't have no contacts in the circle. And folk used to ask me, well, why you talk to that fool? I said, because he's a fool. I said, he's a fool. And I told them exactly what I'm saying now. I was just using his ass. Since he want to come for Ward 3, he want to talk about Richard Joyner and other black leaders, I knew how they smoking. And that that is what happened because he ended up blocking me. Tim Barnes, continue to do what you do, bro. And bring some more on. You said stay tuned as we bring more on this story. You can't bring no damn more than what I recorded the meeting. I recorded what I said. If you bring any damn thing else, it'll be your twist as you so damn good at. And if anybody followed you, ain't no way in the hell you would work on my car. That's the damn, I'm glad you didn't work on mine. I would have bought me a new one. Still got the old one. I'm going to get somebody to work on it. But you can't work on a damn thing for me. That's right. Matter of fact, I have no permanent friends, no permanent enemies, only permanent interests. You ain't in that category, bro. Because I have seen you do too much flip-flopping. You go in on Bronson, then you support Bronson. No, bro. Then you go back in on him. You dangerous, bro, when it comes to politics. But you're in the Republican Party, so you ain't dangerous to me. I won't have to deal with you. Once you come to a Democratic Party meeting, Oh, she said it was open to unaffiliates. Okay, that's another story too. But Tim Barnes, I don't make threats. I said that they gonna see the other side of me in the meetings going forward. Anybody know me know when I'm in a meeting, I am on professional cue. Ask my conference meeting. Ask my church last night, and any other time I'm in conference meeting. Any meeting I'm in, I'm on my professional cue because we are meeting about people's livelihood, making decisions on other people's behalf. So I don't roll like that when it comes to making decisions on people's livelihood. And I will hold folk accountable for their actions. And I ask them to hold me accountable. So Tim Barnes, the True Rocky Mount, same person. Everywhere else you trying to reach out to, Alfreda Perkins, Deborah Jordan, Bronson Williams, anybody else that you trying to reach out to, I don't make threats. I make promises. And if they are in a meeting that I'm in, and if they are not professional, they're going to see the other side of me. Stand behind that. If you want to call that a threat, it is what it is. But like I said, it's a promise. So continue on. And when somebody screenshot and send me the next thing you said, I'll come back and respond to your ignorant ass again. Because I got time. Because obviously, you ain't been keeping up. Because I said that going forward, it's going to be on. But you seen a little bit of me. But you have got some smoke, but evidently you want some more. So you will get it, bro. And there you have it. I am Camilla Switch Dancer II, the political agitator, professional political agitator, the watchdog of the East. And then just a couple days ago, I got a new name. The guy said, "Oh, you're not the Black Panther, you're the Gray Panther," because he was talking about my gray hair. So I told him I like that. I'll take that. I did a post on it. So again, folk, this is Late Night Live, the DCN Smoke. And I signed this message. Good night.